Hello everybody, my name is Zintis, and I'm going to be your instructor for the DevX CSS and HTML course. And today, we're just going to go quickly over how to install the different tools that we're going to be using in the course. We have a couple more tools we're going to be installing later in the course when they're relevant, but for now, we're just going to be installing mostly Chrome and VSCode. So all of them are available in the syllabus, all the links that you need, so let's go to the first one and download the Windows installer. I already have it on the computer, so I'm just going to reinstall it using the same install that I had before. I'm also going to go to Google Chrome and then reinstall that as well. So we're going to download Chrome as well, not do that, except an install. We'll go here, we're going to wait for these two to install. Okay, so Chrome is here, open that file, let it do its thing. Yep, I don't have. Okay, so that did that. The internet. Hopefully it'll just overwrite the previous installation of Chrome. Alright. Okay, and VSCode is here too. Let me do all of Chrome first. Alright, so Chrome is here. We're just going to go to google.com and do a little bit of searching. We're going to look for Chrome extension, pesticide. So pesticide is an extension that I very much like. It really helps with understanding how the internet and CSS works. I've already installed it, but if you had not installed it, you would just click here and it would install. You can also do Chrome extension CSS debugger if you don't like pesticide, and it's basically the same tool, slightly different features. One other tool that we're going to be getting is Chrome extension Fireshot. Fireshot is a tool that lets us take screenshots of different web pages. So let's add the extension and let's give it a little test run once it's done downloading. Okay, so turn off sync, go here, pin that. Okay, so if I click on Fireshot and I do, for example, capture selection and just click here, I will have taken a screenshot of that portion of the page, and now I have choices of whether I want to save it as a PDF, save it as an image, or whatever. Alternatively, I could just capture the entire page. So see how it's a multiple screen page. If I go here and I capture the entire page, it'll do dit, 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 and then give me a larger PDF or a larger image of the entire thing. So Fireshot's here, pesticide's here, and now we need to worry about VS Code. So VS Code is a code editor that a lot of programmers use these days. There are many different code editors, but a lot of them have features that make it easier to code. So I believe we're just going to go with the default install. But after we install it, we're going to add a couple extensions, and we're going to alter the setup file. So yeah, so VS Code is a IDE, integrated development environment. You don't need to actually know that word, but basically just makes coding easier. So here we have VS Code, and this is the application. Let's exit out of this for now. Let's close you. Let's not save that. Okay, so in VS Code, what you see here is the normal header bar. You can open a folder and then show all the contents of the folder. So for example, if I go to DevX and I click on New and select the folder, it'll open up all the files that are in that folder here so that you can see them and edit them. On this sidebar, we have a bunch of buttons. So the first one is the file manager. Second one is a finder, a search and replace. The third one is Git and GitHub. We're not going to deal with that yet. Probably in week maybe 7 or 8 we'll touch on it and get use out of it. The debugger you don't need for this class, and the last one here is the extensions. Now the extensions are these 6. So for the sake of argument, I'm going to uninstall all of them and then reinstall all of them and show you the process there. Okay, uninstall, uninstall. Okay, so I'm going to put this one over here. So if you didn't know about Windows, if you take and drag the head of a window and put it up top, it'll maximize it. If you take and drag it and put it on the right, it'll do half. I think there's a way to do just a corner as well if you like that. We're just going to do half, and then we're going to pick the other one over here for the other half, and look here for the extensions list. Okay, so here in this extensions marketplace, I'm going to go to liveServer and see what it gives me. Okay, so liveServer's here. I'm going to install it. I'm also going to look for bracket pair Colorizer and install that. I'm going to look for ESLint and install that. I'm going to look for HTML, CSS Support, install that, and I'm going to go to Prettier and install, is it just Prettier now? Prettier code formatter? I think it's this one. I think it's just this one. Okay. And lastly, we're going to do Prettier ESLint. Prettier ESLint. Okay, it's installed. Great. Okay, so we have all these packages. So the last thing we need to do is in the settings of VS Code, we're going to have to edit a little bit of code. It'll be the only thing you need to do for code. So we're going to copy what we have here in the brackets. Over here, we're going to do Control-Shift-P on Windows, Command-Shift-P on Mac, and we're going to be looking for settings. Where'd it go? Preferences, open, settings. Yeah, here it is. So see preferences, open, settings, JSON. We're going to click on that. And we're going to Command A, Command V, and paste over the entire file, and then save it. Okay? So now, basically, this is a bunch of settings that is going to alter the behavior of extensions so that, like, when you save your file, it'll automatically format your documents. So for example, if we go back to my file list over here, see this index.html? So this is a very basic HTML file that we can use. And in fact, I can rewrite it very quickly. So VS Code has things like auto-completion. So one example is that if we start writing the words HTML, it'll try to auto-complete it for us. And it actually gives us a choice in the matter. So we're going to pick the second one. And that'll write a very basic HTML scaffold. And in fact, I can write something like, hi, my name is Zintis. Okay? And when I save it, it'll automatically format it according to ESLint, which is a particular settings for formatting documents. Okay. Now down here and on the right, see how there's a little Go Live button? Go Live is one of the extensions we downloaded, and when you press it, what it's going to do. And 1 second, just need to give it access. What it's going to do is it's going to host this folder as a web page. So see here I have an index.html and that is listed right here. So now I've just made my first web page, and you all will be too very shortly. But first we got to learn about HTML, how and why to use it. But anyway, those are the tools you're going to need. That's how you set them up. If you have any questions, just ask me in class, and I'll see you there. Bye-bye.